compared to November, which they actually really didn't get that much. So they actually kind of improved, and it's kind of a national security issue. At least it started to. So with Hugenberg and Hitler now, we got Hitler meets with Hugenberg, which is the president of the National Conservative, which kind of differs a little bit from the National Socialist Party, but not too much. And the way I think, and I could be wrong about this, folks. So if I am wrong, do correct me. But in the European politics, a lot of parties do form coalitions with other parties to try to gain the majority. Unlike really here in America, where you have like the Democrat Party, you got the Republican Party, in which they're a coalition in their own way, and it's just, you know. But you still got those two parties in which the European politics, at least you have more of a variety of different parties gaining the power, but always be careful with that. Okay, we've got the manifestation of the SA, which actually differs from the SS, but and you guys, if some of you guys, if you're history buffs, you should know who the SA was at this time.
As symbolic of the desire of our two peoples never to go to war with one another again.
Okay, so Yugoslavia finally delayed some research with Bulgaria. We got the meet with the entourage of Hindenburg, and then now we got the Republican crisis. At this time, you can imagine how bad the crisis was in the Great Depression, or I should say in the Depression of Europe. Because the Great Depression was pretty much a American term, not so much a worldwide thing. Still got von Slicer here. He wants to dissolve the Reichstag. So, well, he had pretty much a dissolution of the Reichstag. My bad. But, eventually, that's what he would actually wanted to do, was to dissolve it. So we got German minorities here, Volk and Reich. So more international business. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of international business events. So, and that's pretty much a practical way of gaining money. So we got our choice for Hindenburg. So we can believe that Hindenburg doesn't have it anymore, in which is actually a historical event in which von Schleicher would resign. But we're going to do the last start and pretty much go ahistorical, get hit with a national dissent of 5, but we move more towards the democratic. So I'm actually going to do that. Alright, so I lose some dissent, so, but that's still a lot of dissent, so I'm going to lose 2 more, thankfully. I'm actually going to focus more on consumer goods. There was a reason why I actually wanted to focus on the military more, but I think right now it'd be nice to focus on this. I'm going to try to gain some reinforcements into my army. So, but there was a purpose for it. So, and that will come up soon. You can see the USA had federalism, which explains the concept of the federalism in America, which actually is a little bit different than the German federalism. I'm not really too specific on the German federalism though. Okay, so we got another dissent decrease, and the dissolution of the Reichstag. So Hindenburg authorities von Schleicher to dissolve the Reichstag. So we got another couple elections coming up. So, but what can you do? You can't really argue with them too much. Otherwise, you would. All right, so we got a decree prohibiting the demonstration. So no protesting. Suspension to the right to strike. So that's more of a closed society. The Netherlands tried to smear do a smear campaign against the country. Okay, so dissolution of the parties, extremist. I could do this. I could definitely do that, which would actually hurt more. But I'm actually gonna do this. Yes, I'm actually gonna prohibit both the NSDAP and the Communist Party, which I believe was the well, I'm not sure if it's the Spartacus Party, because I remember they were a left-wing party of Germany. Alright, so we got that. I think I showed you a little bit of that. Hopefully I wasn't too quick on the German explanation. And you can see Hitler escaped to Austria. So Hitler now has retreated back into Austria, pretty much his birthplace, and I guess he's going to try to build up the Austrian army or something. I don't know. Alright, so the penalty of being stopped in Germany, Göring manages to escape to Sweden, whereas Röhm joined the clandestine of Himmler and Goebbels, which were thrown in prison. Okay, so we got Himmler and Goebbels, which is pretty good. And then Hitler stopped at the Austrian border. So stop it. And my dissent continues to grow. So was it worth it? I'm not sure, but I guess it's gonna be it. We're gonna find out eventually. So let's find out. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna get hit with a lot of partisans. So the lawsuit of Hitler, in spite of the popular pressure in the streets, the lawsuit of Hitler opens today to shoot the one that gives him 20 years without the deferment. To shoot, Hitler shot. So we got rid of him. So after a fast judgment, Hitler, Röhm, Himmler, Hess, Frick, Goebbels, and many of the Nazis or the essays carried out the high treason towards the Republic. And then Göring draws some cheaply taken refuge in Sweden at Okay. So we lose every minister of the NSDAP, so all of them are pretty much gone, dead, as it would be. And now I'm going to have to deal with some partisans. This is going to be the fun part. Oh, sorry. So this is going to be the early military conflict that we're going to have in this game. So the dissolution of the Landtag of Prussia, which is actually the, pretty much, like it says, the regional assembly in Eastern Prussia. In this part of Prussia here. So we got rid of the partisans in Münster. Okay, so Streiser is named Vice Chancellor, so we lose some dissent on that, thank God. But bloody day with Esleben, sorry, I don't know. So the SA refused to make disarm, and the army opens fire. So yes, the army is actually going out. We're going after the SA. The restoration. Alright, so the general security of the German Communist Party, von Schleicher wishes to kill and egg a communist insurrection. And a bloody week in Berlin. Another dissent hit. So it's like it's up and down with the dissent. So it's like okay. Accumulates the capacities in Prussia. They popping up like random places. Alright, so we get a 2 dissent decrease, and then we get a dissent increase, but one towards authoritarianism, and then the central press. So a little decrease in that, but you know what? I want to move towards a little bit more back to the democratic side. SPD protests, which is the pretty much the Democratic Social Party. which believes in democratic socialism. Okay, we got that. Alright. Come on, get there. Hurry up. Probably could have took them out already. You can see that when it comes down to partisans, I know I never mentioned this, but when it comes to partisans and their borders with neighboring countries, the neighboring countries will actually try to help out as best as they can to get rid of those partisans, because partisans know no borders. So you can see there, Czechoslovakia is helping me out with this group of partisans in Dresden. And we got the first international conference of disarmament with the League, which is pretty much with the League of Nations. Hopefully that was enough time for you guys to read that if you're interested. So like I said, there's going to be a lot of events. We got international business with Turkey. And this is pretty, and when it comes with partisans, they really don't give up too easily. They'll just fight and fight and fight, so. Okay, Krupp improves the diesel steel engine. So now the HQ speed, so HQ armor, motorized, mech, and light armored speed are increased by 1. I'm pretty much going to do the results. I'll give you guys enough time to read it if you guys are interested in doing that. And if you guys can read the text. I can't. Excuse me. Alright, so the speech for the industrialists, we gained 300 money for that. I think that would be considered ducats, I think. Because I don't think they really changed the currencies between. I actually like that portrait of the cavalry. That looks pretty cool. But what was I going to say? I don't think the currency's really changed since Euro being universals, so it remains ducats, I guess. Alright, so Regensburg revolts because a little army moved there. And then we got the Reichstag burns, national dissent head of 5. Great. You can see the Soviet Union had collectivization of agriculture, which is kind of the way of the communist. So a communist is responsible for the fire of the Reichstag. They're repressed without pity. Ooh, that's a good one. Nothing to make, communist trick. And if I choose this, I'll go to the communist way. I'd rather choose the decrease of dissent. Tell you the truth. Alright, so I'm trying to make him hurry. It's still weird seeing February 30th, to tell you the truth. No matter how many times you play this, it's still weird to see February 30th. Just one of those things. Alright, so you can see this partisan is moving, is actually retreating. So I'm going to try to hurry up and get to him. Alright, so pretty much Chancellor contacts the allies of Great Britain and France, and forms of a critical situation, and incorporate 50,000 volunteers into the Reichwehr, which is pretty much the army. Well, at least this kind of army. So we get a decrease, well, not a decrease, but an increase of relations with France and Britain, and event fires for those guys. So let's see what they chose. If I can. Okay. And you can see the Soviet Union annexed Trotsky. So that's like that wasn't really going anywhere. Argentina had the Argentina ground of European immigration. Austria had the parliament commit suicide. That's kind of an interesting event for them.